Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. We have that lovely first up and still only sunflower in the garden. Today is the 22nd of July. The moon is about ready to move into Cancer. It's at this time, while I'm standing here, it's still in Gemini. We do have a new moon coming up in Leo. So this, the moon moving into Cancer, this is the dark of the moon. The time when the moon is not in the sky, or it's in there, it's up there. We just can't see it because it's too close to the sun, readying for its conjunction to the sun. Once the moon moves into Cancer at about 8:30 this morning here on the east coast of the U.S., it will shortly thereafter make a square to Saturn and a square to Neptune. Both those planets are in Aries. It is a first quarter crisis in action square. We feel there is definitely tension in the air, and yesterday we had Venus square the nodes, and she's still in orb of that square, so we're still struggling with our relationships to ourselves and others, our relationship to our resources, our resourcefulness. Mars is still hanging around that south node, bringing up the past, especially around issues of men. Perhaps aggression, it can be aggression, doesn't have to be aggression. It's not just that men are aggressive or anything like that, although, Mars can be irritating, and some things from the past that are irritating do come up. And the sun today moves out of Cancer into Leo. So today the sun moves into the sign of its rulership. The sun is powerful in Leo. It is symbolic of the king, right? The king of the jungle. Leo with that flowing mane of hair. And so the king right now is in a powerful position. But we have a new moon coming up on Thursday in the sign of the king. But in that new moon, we have an opposition to Pluto, the sign of the power of the people. So there is is it a standoff or a stand? A bit of a gunfight in the OK Corral kind of feeling, draw. So we have a confrontation. That was the word I was looking for. We have a confrontation coming, and the planets of relating, Venus and Mars, are also square each other at this time. Not exact. That exact square comes in 2 days, I think. But all of this energy with Pluto opposite the sun, it's opposite the sun now, but the sun is in Cancer still until in about an hour, I think, the sun moves into Leo. And then the Pluto is opposite the sun in Leo, but not exact until the day after the new moon. The Leo sun opposite Pluto will also be making trines to Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So the sun, the great illuminator, is activating and also sextile Uranus, which is newly in Gemini. So the sun is actually activating this sort of mini trine between the three transpersonal planets, the ones that evolve us and cut through the BS so that we can get to the other side of something. So that's what's happening, guys. So if you can feel a powerful shift, it's not your imagination. If you think the old ways, the things that have worked before are going to continue to work, you're deluding yourself. And I'm really not talking to you necessarily, although that's a good information to have, because I don't think anybody who watches me is deluding themselves. But there are people out there who are deluding themselves, and they will find out. All right, so the Donnybrook is about to begin. Be careful out there. There's a lot of tension in the air, but it's also, this is a beautiful time of the year. It's a beautiful creative time. The past is coming up for review with Mars there, although it is now sort of moving away from that south node. But the square between Venus and Mars is going to activate the nodes of the moon. That's happening, I think, in 2 days. And the other thing is that the ruler of both Mars and Venus. Mars is in Virgo, Venus is in Gemini. The ruler of that is Mercury, that disposits those planets. Mercury is retrograde in Leo. So, we're coming up to a crisis point around issues of authority, who has the authority, who has the right. It's going to be last week was kind of a crazy week. Yeah, this week is going to be even more so. So prepare yourselves. Be careful out there. There are good things happening. We are turning a corner of sorts. So let's just keep the faith and know that we're going in the right direction. We do certainly live in interesting times. Well, we have a new little rose come up this morning. Let me show you this too. These are hydrangeas. They're called stars and moons. And these are starting to bloom now. These are some of the last ones that open here. And we have a beautiful little rose over here that just opened this morning. A little yellow rose, climbing rose. We put this in for Michael's mother, who passed back in 2015. It's our second one. We put one in and it did not make it. And so we put another one in, I think last year. And this year we got some lovely roses with it. So that's the story, Morning Glories. Have a good day. Be careful out there. And the sun in Leo says, create, create, create. So create the world you want to live in, one moment at a time. Take care, everyone. Namaste.